Every time you argue, you think about breaking up. That's actually a trauma response. When your partner does something that upsets you, your first instinct might be, maybe we should just end this. That thought often comes from emotional wounds that haven't fully healed. You might be overly reliant on how your partner reacts, treating them like a precision instrument and expecting every response to perfectly meet your needs. Like when you're excited to share something, you want them to immediately reply with a cheerful emoji. Or when you're feeling down, you expect them to drop everything to comfort you. But when those expectations aren't met, the disappointment can hit like a tidal wave, making you want to run away from it all. It's not that you don't care, it's that you don't yet know how to handle conflict, so your default is to avoid it. People with a more secure emotional foundation respond differently. When cracks appear in the relationship, they stick around and say, "Let's talk about this." They face the tension head on and try to work through it. But for someone who's been hurt before, it's like tending to a wound that can't be touched. Every little bump feels excruciating. So when trouble starts, your instinct is to flee, to call it quits, to cut ties completely, thinking that's the only way to protect yourself. These days, people online love to say things like, "cut your losses," but sometimes that mindset gets misunderstood. He doesn't reply right away, and you assume he doesn't care. A small disagreement feels like a red flag. It's like you're holding a fragile glass ball, and at the slightest shake, you're ready to throw it away. But often what's really happening is that you're giving up too soon. Have you ever paused to consider his perspective when he lets you down? Maybe he didn't reply right away because he was in a meeting. Maybe he pushed back on something you said because it hit one of his own raw nerves. Are you willing to sit down and express how you feel and really listen to how he feels too? Friction in a relationship is normal, like a small boat rocking in the wind. Of course you feel uneasy, but if you've experienced past trauma, that uneasiness can feel unbearable. If you've ever felt like you were drowning, even the slightest wave can make you want to jump ship. That's why avoidance seems easier. But if you want a truly healthy relationship, the first step is acknowledging and accepting your emotional wounds. Maybe they come from being neglected as a child or suddenly abandoned in a past relationship. Then you need the courage to say it out loud. When you did that, it reminded me of something painful from my past. That's why it hurts so much. That moment of honesty is the real beginning of healing. Not silence, not breaking up, but one sincere conversation that slowly untangles the knots you've been carrying